5 weeks come and gone already, and we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 8. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Another chance for him. Just 2 yards there on 2nd and goal, and still a ways to go now on 3rd.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Lions making the call for their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory.
You know, Kate, sometimes I think we tire around draft time of hearing all the traits, short area quickness, agility, explosiveness. But then when you see it come to life in the regular season and that skill set that this returner has, he checks every box, and it's why he's been so darn productive.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And they're taken down right along the 30.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and 4 coming up now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Finds a big lane. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. The give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A tight end in motion now. On third down, it's Hurts. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions push their lead to 3. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return coming from the 6. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. They've got first down from the 31. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. And his first pass falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Finds him on the crossing route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now give left side. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he's brought down for a loss. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. They'll run here on 1st down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing here hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. 2nd and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have 2 choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem, well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
They give it to him again. Duke the defender. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. 14-10 our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back now for the 2nd quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now Lawrence. This throw is cut. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Going on 4th, here's Lawrence. Escapes, and they take this in for the score. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
You know, Kate, sometimes I think we tire around draft time of hearing all the traits, short area quickness, agility, explosiveness. But then when you see it come to life in the regular season and that skill set that this returner has, he checks every box, and it's why he's been so darn productive.
On first down, they'll run. And they'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it, save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 1-score game in the first half. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's on target, Puka Nacua. Gets it to the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now lead by 10. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. No one around. He's got space. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Trying to push this past the marker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Seahawks working here. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him only 3, and that brings up 4th down and 8. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. Has it at the 13. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Lions will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I love throwing my 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. Hurts. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions making a 1-score game before halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking right, and he finds him. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. The Seahawks calling for a timeout, so they're first and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, here's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Aleem McNeil in on the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Chased out to his right. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Lions will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 43. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Third down run from White. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 11. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. The give here on 2nd. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
He's got Andrews. Give him 32 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll run here on first down. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the third. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say, slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Return starts at the 3. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
63.
Hurts setting up to throw. He's going to let this one go down the right sideline.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. Help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Running it now out of the gun. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now Daniels off the play action. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. There's a give up. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Going the other way. Lions have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
First throw for the backup now. Getting out to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This one's caught. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions lining up for a very important 2-point try.
The Lions will set up.
They'll try to run it in. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
Lions 33.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running this one left. Score! Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks lead by 15 now. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
They're headed up the middle, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, Well, the defense is energized with that stop.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff now from the gun. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another carry for him. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. QB sneak coming. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We reach the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Seahawks close to picking up their 5th win. Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little shorter than 35.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Lawrence in the pistol. Complete here to Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a first. Simple dive up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Back-to-back carries here. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Handoff on 2nd and short. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.